You know that voice, right? That little nagging voice of fear that just loves to whisper doubt right when you're thinking about your biggest dreams. But what if there's another voice, a stronger one that we can actually learn to tune into? Well, today we're going to dive deep into that battle between fear and faith and figure out how you can choose which one gets the final say.
And it really all boils down to this, doesn't it? Two simple commands that can totally define our lives. On one side, you've got the voice of fear. It's heavy, it's persistent, and it's always telling you to just stay down. It tries to sell you on safety, but what it really delivers is stagnation. And then, on the other side, you've got this voice of strength and faith with a simple, powerful call to action. Get up. When you think about it, almost every big choice we make comes down to which of these two voices we decide to obey.
And that really gives us to the heart of it all. This is a battle that's fought inside of us. Fear has this incredible way of just immobilizing us, making us feel completely stuck. But faith is the force that empowers us to get up, to move, to step into the life we're actually meant to live, even when we have no idea what the next step looks like.
Okay, let's get one thing straight right now. Feeling fear doesn't make you weak, it just makes you human. It's literally part of our wiring in this broken world. So the goal isn't to somehow become fearless. That's impossible. The goal is to become courageous. And courage isn't the absence of fear. It's looking that fear right in the eye and refusing to let it win. It's all about choosing to move forward in spite of it.
So if we're going to combat fear effectively, we have to understand its playbook. We need to know how it works. What are its go-to moves? Because once we can recognize fear's strategy, we can start to take apart its power over us. So let's break it down. Let's just start with the most basic question. What are fear's lies? And I use the word lies on purpose because that's exactly what they are. They're deceptions designed to keep us trapped. Fear almost never deals in objective truth. It deals in twisted, scary possibilities. Fear is actually a pretty predictable opponent. First, it's a total catastrophist. It always shows you the absolute worst-case scenario. You think about asking for that raise and boom, fear shows you a mental movie of you getting fired on the spot. Second, it's a historian of all your failures. It loves to dig up your past struggles to try and convince you that your future is just going to be more of the same. It completely hijacks your imagination, turning it from a place of dreams into an anxiety factory. And all of this creates what the source here calls a short leash, right? It keeps you from taking the risks you need to take in order to grow. And what's the ultimate goal? It's simple, to keep you from ever being truly free. Okay, so if that's fear's strategy, what's our counter move? What's the antidote to all of this? It's faith. But listen, we're not talking about some passive, cross-your-fingers kind of hope. We're talking about understanding faith as an active, powerful, and strategic force that is literally designed to be stronger than anything fear can throw at you.
This is so important. The Apostle Paul gives us this incredible insight here. He's basically saying that feeling of anxious, paralyzing fear, that's not our factory setting. That's not how we were designed. Instead, he says we are inherently equipped with love, power, and self-control. Think of it like our default operating system. So the very tools we need to beat fear, compassion, inner strength, and mental discipline, they're already installed inside of us.
And you see the same idea coming from Jesus. Notice there's no promise of a life without problems. In fact, it's the exact opposite. In this world, you will have trouble. It's a straight-up acknowledgement of how hard life is. But the power is in the second half. But take heart, I have overcome the world. This isn't about avoiding the storms of life. It's about knowing you have an anchor that is so strong it can hold you steady through anything.
And check out how this table just lays it out so clearly. The world throws trouble at us, but Jesus is the overcomer. The world has sickness, but He is the remedy. The world is full of chaos, but He is our peace, right in the middle of it all. And when the world causes us to panic, He is the solid rock we can stand on. You see the pattern? For every single problem that fear uses to try and knock us off balance, faith offers a direct, powerful, and stabilizing solution.
So the conclusion here is, well, it's pretty unavoidable. This isn't just some nice, hopeful suggestion. It's an absolute necessity for anyone who wants a life of freedom and purpose. Faith can win over fear. And for those of us who want to get off that short leash we talked about, faith must win over fear.
Okay, so understanding all this is one thing, but how do we actually do it? How do we go from knowing about faith to actually putting it into practice every day? This next part is all about the how, turning faith from just a concept in our heads into a real-life action.
So what does it really mean to trust God? Well, in this context, it's all about letting go of our white-knuckle grip on how things are supposed to turn out.
It's not about us making a perfect plan and then demanding that God blesses it. No, it's this radical act of surrendering our own agenda, our own timetable, and trusting that there's a bigger, wiser plan at play, even when, especially when, we can't see the whole picture.
So how do we do that? Here's a super practical 3-step process. Step 1, relinquish control. And man, this is the hardest part, right? It's the conscious choice to let go of the need to have everything figured out. It's admitting you don't have all the answers. Step 2, take every thought captive. Remember how fear hijacks our thoughts? Well, this is the counterattack. When a fearful thought pops into your head, you don't just let it run wild. You challenge it. You stop it in its tracks and ask, is this actually true? And then you replace it with what you know to be true in faith. In step 3, remember His presence. You are not going through this alone. The Bible promises that He will never leave you nor forsake you. Just holding on to that one truth can be a powerful weapon against the isolation that fear loves to create.
That second step, taking our thoughts captive, that's where so much of the battle is won. We all have that one recurring fear thought that just plays on a loop in our minds. What's yours? Is it, I'm not good enough? Or maybe, what if I fail and everyone sees? I'd love for you to drop a comment below and share which thought you're working on taking captive. Let's really build a community of encouragement for each other down there.
Now, when we start to actually practice this, when we relinquish control, take our thoughts captive, and remember we're not alone, something amazing starts to happen. We begin to shift from a mindset that's all about avoiding fear to a mindset that's all about pursuing growth. We start to see that scary situations aren't just obstacles to run away from. They're actually essential for us to become who we're meant to be. This right here, this might be the biggest mindset shift of this entire conversation. Let that sink in. Scary places are great soil for growing faith. This completely changes how we look at challenges, doesn't it? It means that adversity isn't something to avoid, it's an opportunity to embrace. Just like a muscle needs resistance to get stronger, our faith and our resilience need to be tested to develop. The very situations that fear is screaming at you to run from might just be the exact places you need to go in order to grow.
I mean, think about it. Our faith never grows when we're comfortable and everything's easy. It only grows when we're challenged. And isn't it so true that the fear before we do something is almost always worse than actually doing it? Our imagination is fear's favorite playground. And yeah, stepping out of your comfort zone might mean you get a few scars along the way, but those scars tell a story. They're proof that you actually lived, that you took a risk, that you chose growth over comfort. And you have to believe that God's greatest plans for your life are waiting for you just on the other side of that fear.
So, as we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one question, and I really want you to just sit with it for a second. What are you afraid of? Seriously, name it, acknowledge it, because you can't overcome a fear that you refuse to face. And as you hold that fear in your mind, let this final, powerful message be the last word. Don't be afraid, take courage, I'm here. It's such a simple but profound promise that in those scary places, you are never, ever alone. If you are inspired with this video, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Be Thankful. Feel free to share this video as well. Thank you, and God bless.